Hi everyone, I am so excited about this. One of my very first Lenormand decks was this little mini Lenormand deck called The Game of Hope. And it is from a company called For the Seekers. And I bought the mini deck because I didn't have a mini deck, and at the time I had a really small reading space, and this little mini deck was perfect. And I know I have a walkthrough of this up. I'll try to find it and link to it. Gorgeous backing. Beautiful cards. There were a couple that were problematic, such as this one with the sexy leg in the whip, because I don't use the whip for sexual issues. I use the lily. The cat in the cloud is gorgeous, but you know, I prefer just there to be just clouds. So there were like just a couple little things, but otherwise this is just a perfect, and it's a gorgeous deck. I've gotten the most messages asking me what this is when I have images like up on my Etsy shop. I had people accidentally buying readings hoping that they were actually buying the deck. It's definitely been a very, very popular deck, and one that has been well used. It's probably you can't really see it too well, but it's probably my most worn deck that I have, because I used it quite a lot. And very soon after I got it, I realized how much I would love it and went to go back and get the regular size, and they were sold out. And I saw then that she was working on revamping this deck creating a new deck called the 1889 Lenormand, which was in Kickstarter. I know there were some difficulties with the Kickstarter. I didn't do the Kickstarter, so I don't know anything about it. I just know there were some difficulties, and for I think quite a while, people just had figured it was done and over with. It wasn't going to happen. But she came back, had the deck ready, and started fulfilling the Kickstarter orders. And so I zipped right onto Etsy to see if she was going to put any up for sale. And she did have them up, and so I grabbed them because I know it was a limited run. So I am so excited about this because this has just been one of my most used decks in terms of longevity, and I just really don't use it now because I have a bigger reading space, and I prefer to use the full size because then it's just easier for people to see. It's just easier. So I adore this, and so I'm gonna go ahead, and I also have this deck here I was going to show. This is from For the Seekers too. I don't know if you can get these anymore or not. But there's 3 of them because I have always wanted. This one is the gray, and it doesn't have any keywords, but it's for cartomancy, and it has images, reversible images for all of the cards. So here you have the 9 spades, where we can see we've got somebody with a bunch of knives in their back, but this person's still walking, right? So there's different images that are going on in these, and here we have the beautifully depicted court cards. So this is just more for cartomancy. This is a regular deck of playing cards with images kind of depicting the standard meanings for the different suits. So they also have one that has keywords on it, and I think are a single word, and then maybe one with more keywords. There's like 3 levels of this. So I really like what she does. She's got some beautiful, beautiful products, and I'm glad to see that she is back onto Etsy, and I'm so excited. This was supposed to come in the mail Monday, and I was laying in bed, and I got a message from Etsy saying, "Oh, it's been delivered." And I'm like, "What?" And grabbed Isabel, ran right out to get. Oh, look at the box. I also picked up. There's a set of 2 dice because this is originally Lenormand was a game called The Game of Hope. And so apparently there's instructions on how to play the game, and I just can't resist dice. Here is the 1889 For the Seekers Lenormand Oracle Certificate of Authenticity. So there's 1,000. So I have 295 out of 1,000. It's a 36 card and booklet, and it's signed. How neat is that? Oh, I love just those kind of little touches. And just look how this is packaged. Oh, I don't even want to open it. I don't even want to open it because look at the packaging. Fortune telling with dice. Add the sum of 2 dice to answer yes or no. And then it's got a little continuum. If it's no, if it's yes, if it's maybe, and if it's roll again. It's like this continuum here. And here are just 2 little lovely dice with the kind of For the Seekers on here. They're kind of a pearl toned. Again, just purely because because I love little things like this, and I love this little package, and I love this little thing that came with it. Just the packaging is gorgeous. Everything that's done here is beautifully done. Yeah, For the Seekers Caravan. This must be the different things I think she's been under, but this is her business card again, just gorgeously, gorgeously done. And here's, look at the box. So it is a tuck box, but it is a beautiful, I don't even want to get my butcher, I don't want to scrape it. There we go. Oh no! Oh wait, the seal's on the outside. Is that seal on the outside or on the inside? Okay, it's on the outside. Oh, see, there's like even a seal here. I mean, it's just all the little details that really make, you know, opening something. Oh, the box is gorgeous. Look at this. Can you see the different, it's matte, and that beautiful matte, and then it has a glossy overlay. Oh my goodness, look at this box. Look at the fox card. So it's got that kind of matte box, but then it has a glossy overlay of this design, as well as with the 1889 Lenormand Oracle. Oh, so gorgeous. And then look at the end, look at the inside, and look, it's gilded. Look at this. This is, to me, like, this is the ultimate sort of for somebody who collects cards and things, right? This is like the ultimate experience kind of unboxing, which just makes you so happy. So I don't know if you can see in there, but there's just a whole beautiful scene of probably the birds card, all on the inside of the box. It's so gorgeous. It makes you want to unfold the box so that you can see in there, which I'm not going to do. It's just a tuck box, like it's a standard tuck box weight, but so gorgeously done. Look at the little booklet. It's a little bound book. Again, I don't really use Lenormand bound, you know, booklets, but how gorgeous is this? So it talks about Lenormand. It talks about direction to use the cards. It has each of the cards and what they might mean, and then talking about here. I need to get my glass. I just saw my glasses too. At the end, it does show a grand tableau here. Johann Caspar Heichel. Where are my glasses? Here they are. Sometimes before 1798, Das Spiel der Hoffnung, the Game of Hope, was created by German businessman and designer Johann Caspar Heichel in Nuremberg, Germany. He died during a smallpox epidemic at 1799 at the young age of 29. The Game of Hope included a folded leaflet with directions to play the game and illustrated cards numbering 1 through 36. Above the main illustration, each card displays one given playing card presented in both the German suits of hearts, bells, acorns, and leaves, and the French suit of hearts, diamonds, clubs, or spades. The inserted playing cards included aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, nines, eights, sevens, and sixes of each set. The original paper document that accompanied Heichel's Game of Hope only included quirky little passages for the specific cards that allowed you to advance or retreat while playing the game itself. There were no detailed descriptions or meaning listed for each of the individual cards for fortune telling. The insert states that the same pack of cards could also be used for making an amusing soothsayer's play when mixing the 36 cards, and has very brief descriptions of this particular use. It was later discovered that in 1846, Petit Lenormand has all of the same 36 images and playing card inserts in numerical order exactly as they appear in J.K. Heichel's Game of Hope. So then this is just the actual translation of how to play the Game of Hope. It lists the favorable or unfavorable are the following cards. So I'm going to obviously read this, but and how you lay it out to play the game. So that's pretty cool. Talks about the playing card inserts, and so a lot of like historical references here. And then here you have the keywords. So there are keywords for each of the cards. Though many Lenormand readers stick to a specific school, over the last century these systems have been evolving and melding into one. None of the schools are wrong. The key is finding your keywords and what works for you and sticking to it, which is what I have said over and over again, right? Find what works for you, what meanings work for you, and then be consistent about it. And that's where you are going to have your most success. It also does have playing card associations, hearts with the direction of west, the element water, tarot association, cups, the signs, and the human characteristics. So it goes through some playing card associations. And then sort of, 2 cards, 3 cards, and how to work with a grand tableau, and then a glossary of words. Of keywords that you see with Lenormand. So what a lovely little resource here, and it's just so adorable. Oh, and then here we have they feel amazing. Oh, look at these backs. Can we just sit right here for a minute? Look at the backs and the matte gilding and the beautiful matte cards. Oh, you can feel the texture. This reminds me of my current favorite Marseille deck. Okay, let's clear some stuff out of the way. I'm so excited about this, if you can't tell. Let's clear the butcher cheese thing away. Let's see. Look, they feel so amazing. Look at that. Okay, 1 second. Okay, purely for myself, I'm going to have the original Game of Hope next to it so I can compare them. But I cannot even begin to tell you how amazing this cardstock feels. I cannot wait to shuffle it. Oh my goodness. And yes, the matte gold on the sides. It's just everything from the moment I opened the package to now has been an amazing experience. So here we have the writer, and we can see that we have definitely changed this. I love the bicycle. I love the top hat. I love this card. Really, I love almost all of these except for the sexy leg whip. And the cat I loved. I just didn't particularly, it can be confusing. It's not a cat card. It's a cloud card. But gorgeous. So that one has been changed. Look at, there's like this texture in the painting, like painted on in the corners, that is just gorgeous. And you can see we've got the number here, and we have the name writer. Let me see. I can't read. It looks like it's in, yeah, it's got Cavalier, writer. It's got 3 different languages here. And then it has the 1889, kind of this insignia for the Seekers there. I really love, let's just change this so we can see the gorgeous backing as we go. Here we have the clover. I love this card, but I just love just the straight clovers. That is, to me, a beautiful, just backing is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So here we have the clover. Look at the ship. Now I love this ship. It's one of the reasons I bought this deck is because I'm obsessed with ship cards in Lenormand decks, and it's perfect. And this is gorgeous. You can see that the number used to be down here in the scroll work, and it's now not. Because this is a little bit more traditionally how you would see cards. I quite liked it down here, but with it being larger, you can really see the beautiful detail in this scroll work. But absolutely stunning. I'm so glad. It's been lightened up a little bit, but other than that, it's very similar, and I'm so glad because I love that card. Same thing with the house. The house is pretty much the same. It's larger and it's been lightened up so you can see the details more, but it's so stunning. I'm so glad that didn't change. You can also see the moon a little bit more clearly in that it's larger, and then the light factor. So stunning of a house card. Gorgeous tree, again, not changed, just lightened up so you can see more detail, which is wonderful to me because, again, I love this deck. I didn't really want to see a ton of changes. Here is the new clouds card, which is perfect. Again, there's nothing wrong with this card, but it's not a cat card, and so it's kind of confusing to have a cat sitting there. It's about cloudy thoughts and things being over, it's not really about cats. This is gorgeous. I love the sky. I mean, the sky is so stunning here, but there's not a clear this way and where it's lightning, and so this is gorgeous because we clearly see the clouds, and then we can see the direction where things are starting to lighten up. So I love this change, even though, again, I love this card, but I was scanning a Grand Tableau. What do you have a cat sitting? There's not a cat in Lenormand. So I do really like this change, even though I think this is a stunning card. Snakes looks to be about the same. Again, just lightened up a little bit, and because it's larger, you can just see more detail work. But I love this card, and so there's no need to change this. So gorgeous. I love the orange and the blacks just popping from the kind of beautiful misty background. Coffin card, I think it's the same. Yep, just lightened up, which is great because I love this old-fashioned hearse here. Oh, these cards feel so amazing. Oh, I'm so in love with that. So yeah, that's the same. So is the bouquet, which I was so happy because I love this bouquet card. It's just gorgeous. There is nothing needed to change on this, and she did not. It's so stunning. So stunning. Here is the beautiful scythe card. Left it alone. I love the blackbird. It's just a scythe and a pile of wheat that has been brought in. It's perfect for how I read the scythe card. It's something painful and cutting, but it's going to bring something to you. You're going to gain something from it. And this was the biggest change for me because I never liked this card because I don't see the whip and the broom that way. So I love that it's just the whip and the broom, or added the broom in it. So it's just the whip and the broom. It's not, doesn't have the sexy leg here. That to me just makes this, what was an almost perfect deck, be a perfect deck. And look at the beautiful birds card. I loved the owl cards before, but that is stunning. And obviously it goes, that similar paint style to what we're seeing inside of the box here with one of the birds kind of on there. Just so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Look at the little child. The child has changed, and I did quite love this little child here with the butterflies. But look at how cute is that she's got her hand on the little scroll work here and is peeking out over. It's new beginning. She's just starting to peek around the corner of things. And I love the blossoms here. So I loved this card. There was nothing. I love the pigtails. I love the little overalls. So there was nothing wrong with this card, but this is so sweet. So that's not sad to me. Here is the gorgeous fox. Now, I love this fox card. But even though I don't read the fox card as negative, I love the skull sitting here. But I do like that she removed the skull in that now we have a very neutral fox, right? It's not pretending anything doom and gloom coming. It's just a stunning fox. So while I absolutely adore this picture, I am really glad that she just went neutral with the fox, because that's how I read him, as a bit of a warning. So that's always worked for me, because I still think the fox can be a warning to, you know, put your head on a swivel. But it's gorgeous. Look at that fox. Love the bear cards, kept the same, just lightened up a little bit, and it's great, because I wouldn't want to see that change. I love the star card too, although it's quite different in that you have sort of more of a graphic overlay, which you don't really get with the other cards. But this, I love this card. It's removed the rabbit here, but we still have this sort of hanging stars down here. It really is always kind of stood out, being a little different than the others with that kind of overlay, but I love it. It really stands out as a star card in a reading, so I'm glad that she didn't change it other than take the rabbit out, which is fine. Same thing with the stork. I love the stork, because look, the weather has changed, and he's getting ready. He's lifting off of the stool. I mean, he could also be landing on it, but I kind of see it as he's taking off, because it's about change, and I love that card. I don't like storks that are just sitting there. A lot of them are just literally just plopped down somewhere, and it's a card about movement and change. So I'm so glad she left that. Look at the dog. I love this basset hound. He's remained the same. Old Faithful. It looks like she's taken out, I think that maybe like a bone or something at the corner, but otherwise it's remained the same. So gorgeous. Same church, which I love. Same tower. But I love this tower. It just looks like the tower. It reads like the tower. I love the moons. I don't know if you've noticed, but not all of them, but many of them have moons, different phases of the moon in them. Here we have the garden, which also has remained the same, just lightened up. So it's a little bit different. The fountain looks to be like, this has a couple sides to it, where this is just a flat. So the fountain head has changed a bit, but we've got the bouquets on either side, and it's zoomed in a little bit closer, but it's relatively similar, which is gorgeous, especially for someone like me who's used this for a long time. Now the mountains have definitely changed. To be honest, I probably like this mountains better. Just maybe because I'm just used to it, but this is beautiful, and it's you feel like, oh, are we at the Swiss Alps, or where are we, right? It's so either one is gorgeous, and it's very definitely the mountain. I do like how it peeks up into the overlays, the actual card insert. So it's gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with either one. It just, I'm fond of the original. This is interesting. The path has changed. I love this path card. That has changed, but I do like it. You still have that splitting off. You still have that train tracks of going somewhere. Are you going to go forward, or are you going to go off into something unknown to the side? So I still love that we have the directionality. We could look to this card or this card to see where possibilities are changing. So they're both beautiful. I do love this little crossroads with the little arrows here. But in the little bird on the top, but this is absolutely gorgeous, so no complaints there. Look at the little mice. So that has changed. There was a single mouse, and now there are multiple mice. I like that we have a lot of directionality. We have looking out at us, right, chewing on things, but we also have directions. This one's kind of heading off this way, so we do have some directions here, and they're much more clearer, and they're adorable. The heart card has remained the same, just again lightened up a little bit, and that could be also the card stock, right? This is a matte, where this is more of a sheen card stock. I cannot get over how stunning this back is. So I love the heart card. The ring card is the same as well. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a ring, no question about what it is. It's stunning. Same thing with the book. It's just lightened up. You can see some more detail, and it's just gorgeous. It's a book card. The letter card has changed. I love the letter in the bottle. That is so sweet, and the birds here. I do love this card, but that's gorgeous with the quill, and you can actually see the writing, the ink pot. You can see that sort of old style wallpaper on the backing. So it's gorgeous. I love this, but this is absolutely stunning. Man and woman card have stayed the same, which I'm glad because I love the man and the woman card. They are facing each other. She's not looking at him and he's not looking at her, but directionally you can see that movement towards each other, which is stunning. You've got the bouquet in her arms. I just love these. And so I'm really was happy to see that she hadn't changed them because we have done many, many readings together. And so I love that. The lilies have changed as well. Sorry, my pile's getting messy here. The lilies have changed, but it's still a white lily, which I love. I love this one. Very obviously sexual organ, you know, that male-female organs of the lily, which is where I use the sexuality is in this card. But this is beautiful. I have a whole bunch of these actually right now in a vase. Beautiful, beautiful sun card, which has remained the same, which is needed no change. Again, just lightened up. The moon is stunning. Now, I love this moon, although the hand, you know, I'm not fond of things being inserted because it's not about painting the moon, right? But I did really love this card, but this is absolutely stunning. You know, that is a gorgeous sun and moon combination. I mean, oh, yeah, no complaints on that one. Beautiful key. Pretty much stayed the same. The butterflies have been removed. The backing used to have all these butterflies, so there were butterflies inserted throughout many of the cards, and so that has been removed. But otherwise, it's just been lightened up, and it's a different key, and it has kind of been swapped, but it's the basic image is the same. The fish is the same, which is gorgeous. There's no need to change that. It's a fish, and I love this. There's two fish, and I love the bottom of the water. I just love this deck. As I said, I have spent a lot of time reading with this deck, and the only reason I don't as much anymore was because I just don't really use the mini size a lot anymore, and now I can read with it again. The anchor, same anchor, just lightened up. Here's the beautiful, now this is, you know, this has never been my favorite thing, you know, for the cross card. I just like there to be a cross, right, as the primary. And obviously here we have a weeping angel, a weeping woman, but because, you know, you can clearly see a cross in the background, and I'm so used to this that I would prefer a beautiful like Celtic cross or something in the middle of this, but it works. It's very clear what it is, and so yeah, no complaints. And I do like this being lightened up a little bit. It's a little more clear. You can see her, actually that weeping factor, which you can really see unless you look closely here. So it's stunning. It's stunning. And there we have it. Oh, okay, let's, oh, absolutely phenomenal job. Nothing negative to say about this deck. And yes, somebody's going to say, are you promoting it? No, I paid for this deck, and I happily paid for this deck. And I just love this deck for so long. And so I'm so thrilled that she, you know, sorted out whatever issues there was and was able to come back and fulfill the glory of this particular deck. I'm going to definitely lay this out. So let me move some things out of the way. The cardstock is divine. I'm almost afraid to rifle shuffle it because it feels, you can rifle shuffle it, but it's definitely more of a beautiful raw. I mean, it shuffles gorgeously. I don't want to bend it really hard because it doesn't have that playing card bend to it, but you can see it actually rifle shuffles really lovely. Just I wouldn't want to bend it hard, but it also overhand shuffles like a dream. It really does have a similar feel to this raw paper of this Il Menegalo deck, which is so amazing to shuffle. This is a little bit thicker than that, but it has that gorgeous matte linen tactile feel to it that is beyond gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Well worth. I think this was just the deck and a little booklet, like I purchased it, was $36. You could get it in another that had the mini and the large, I believe. I have this mini, so I don't really need another mini, although this is so gorgeous. Oh, yeah, it shuffles like a dream. I have a couple grand tableaux to do this weekend, and it will be with this deck. So as you know, you can swap this over. Let's just kind of see a couple things. Let's find the woman card here as the man. Portia's going to be at the beginning and not be helpful too. Yeah. So we'll go over here to the man card. I still read when it's like that. I just don't lay them all out. I just lay what's there. But so that you can see them. So I took 4 after and 4 before. Look at these. You can feel texture on, especially on the back. Absolutely stunning texture to these cards. They're so gorgeous. They're so, so, so gorgeous. But again, I am really partial to this deck because I've just, the backing, you can just feel it. It's amazing. Just in terms of production and gorgeousness, this is probably the most beautiful all around, just, with the gilding and the beautiful cardstock and the box, like everything about it, is top-notch gorgeousness. The only thing that would have made it perfect would be like a little solid tuck box box for it, like Oracle style box for it. But yeah. So let's just lay them out as a grand tableau. I think we can see them all. I always make sure my first row is kind of set to the top so that I could shift it all over, but I'm not going to. And look at how beautiful they are. Really, really psyched about this deck. Just because from the moment that I had the other mini, I knew I needed to get a full size, and then I couldn't. And so it has been a couple years. I don't know when. I have to look. Actually, I probably can look on my Etsy thing to see when I bought the mini, but it's definitely been a while. So we look to the corner and we can see new things maybe coming at work that have been a long time coming or have been sort of a winding path here to there. We can look to see that. We look to the corners. We have the child, so we know that there are new things. But let's see, new things, right? Now, could it be new difficult things, right? Coming from afar, but it's going to be the key to success. So it could also be, new things kind of moving away from the difficulties of here. That maybe it's been a long-term difficulties, but success is coming. There are good things that are coming. So there's different ways you can read that. We have the beautiful woman card. She is on her path to her destiny, right? We can see the things behind her, before her. The man is directly in a good, somebody's a strong, loyal, good friend relationship, and there are some decisions, though, to be made. We've got the that kind of connected with the past card, some choices. And we do see some endings here, so we would definitely want to look into that. With the heart card, we do see something good coming, and maybe some maybe some of the difficulties we're looking at over here could be revolving around communication. Again, this isn't laid for anybody, so I don't find Lenormand works all that well with fake readings for me. Like, I always try to use an actual reading, but look how gorgeous it is. It's very clear. While being beautiful, it's very clear about what everything is. You really don't have to look twice. I love that without the cat there, which can get confusing, especially when you have a mini one and there's a fairly large cat in it. So that's been removed. The legs being removed from here. It's just very clear. For absolutely stunning deck, you still have the absolute clarity and gorgeousness that anybody who actually reads Lenormand really loves. Not anyone. I'm sure there are some people out there who would love a very ornate, confusing deck, but I don't think there's many of them if they're actual tarot or Lenormand readers. So stunning. This has been a look at the really gorgeous, well done 1889 Lenormand Oracle. I know there were a lot of people who really were waiting for this or had given up hope on it. And I look at that little key right there. I think it was well worth the wait, but of course I hadn't been on the Kickstarter. So, but I think that it, to me, well worth any wait for it, because it's a stunning deck. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And can we just leave on the backs of this card? Look at it. Ah! Yeah. Thanks for watching.